try to get Steve online there. Test, test, mic test. Alrighty. Couple things, right? If you guys can see us clearly, please go ahead and confirm in the chat box. The chat box has been enabled. All right, so you guys should be able to see that. We are waiting for a couple of the panelists to log on. Thank you for joining us here. If it is your first time on these sessions, go ahead and refresh the YouTube page, okay? We should start broadcasting here live in a second. We're going to give a chance for people to go ahead and hop on. I do see quite a few members already pouring in. Awesome, awesome. Steve, I see you on. Lauren is there. Great. So it looks like everybody's able to get into the room. We just have to wait about a minute or two, give everybody's browsers a chance to go ahead and refresh and let the live feed start coming in. It looks like some of you guys can hear me clearly. While we wait for to go ahead and jump on, we'll go ahead and touch base here with our panelists and some of our administrative team just to make sure we you guys can hear everybody clearly and you can see the screens clearly as well. All right, so I'm going to attempt to share my webcam here in a second. In the meantime, Lauren, can you do a nice mic test for everybody here on the session?
Yep, test, test, mic test. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear, so thank you for going ahead and confirming that. Go ahead and share your webcam. Let's go ahead and test that, see if it'll kick in here. All right, so it looks like we can see you clearly, looking very lovely as always. Steve, go ahead and do a mic test here for everybody. Share your webcam so we can get an audio-visual test, make sure everybody can see that clearly.
Yeah, I'm actually doing a dance. Can't you see on my video?
No, we can't see the dance
I'm on the desktop. I don't have a cam on this one.
Gotcha. All right. Well, it looks like the icon does pop up, which is good. So we'll go ahead and transition over here. There may be a delay for some of you guys, but if you are watching in on the live screen, everything should be coming out pretty clearly there for you guys. All right. So welcome to our 12 noon session. All right, welcome to the 12 noon session. This is going to be the first of our web series on our Internet Marketing 101. Basically, we answer questions about how to generate leads online, how to leverage your social media to drive traffic, convert those leads, and ultimately increase sales at the end of the day. All right. I am recreating, as part of this web series, I am recreating how I generated over 20,000 on the internet last 2014. And you're going to see and get to follow along there step by step on what it is that I do with my website, how we integrate pictures, video, what plugins, what website layout, what am I doing to build all that good stuff. You get to follow along, watch over my shoulder step by step as I execute that, and I will also be sharing and posting the results of these marketing campaigns. All right, so we want to be able to connect with you, our new subscribers, our new list, and some of our existing members that have been clamoring for, hey, can you guys do like a training session or a webinar series? Right, and I'm just getting back from a month-long vacation. I've been out of the country for an entire month, really just traveling Southeast Asia. I've been to Singapore, checked out Japan and the Philippines, and now that we are back in action, we want to get everything in order and launch a new group here as we go on to this internet and web journey. So you're going to learn some tips, tricks, and challenges that you can avoid. Saves you time and a whole bunch of headaches. For those of you that are looking to generate an income online, hopefully you can follow along step by step so that you can achieve similar results, if not better, at the end of the day. So do keep us posted on the feedback, right? Definitely want to be hearing from you guys as we go through this particular web series. Now, I will have some co-presenters, some content contributors, and other specialists that are going to be jumping on board on the session. So while I go ahead and check some of the new people that are jumping on to the session, let me go ahead and transition here to one of our, to my co-host, Lauren, who is going to be joining me on this series, launching her website and blog on financial freedom in her journey, to financial freedom and success. Lauren, go ahead and share your webcam and tell us a little bit about, your background, what we can expect here from this web content and this series, and we'll use that as a launch pad. Go ahead.
Cool. Do you want me to open my PowerPoint then?
Yeah, by all means. Go ahead and get that one rocking and rolling so we get everybody up to speed.
I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen so that way you can see, and we'll get it rolling.
All right. We still see your headshot on there. Looks like we may get a, let's see here. We should be seeing your slide here in a second. Go ahead and start talking so that my screen disappears, and I'll put myself on mute while you go ahead and lead us here into the formal session part of the webinar.
Perfect. So I'll just continue and just let me know. Hopefully, from my end, I just see my PowerPoint, so hopefully you guys are seeing that as well. Perfect. Do you guys see the main screen yet?
Yes. Perfect. You are good to go.
Awesome. Okay, great. So pretty much the idea with this webinar, from my standpoint, Gil is a fantastic internet marketer, and he can explode pretty much any niche or any business. So I came to him not just as a small business owner, but also because I wanted to create more businesses and know all the pitfalls that I've gone through with my existing business, and hey, let's do it right this time around. So not only am I looking to change my current business, but also use this as an opportunity to start more businesses, because that's my passion, as well as helping other small business owners. The idea of this webinar from my end came
Are you still sharing your screen there, Lauren, or are you doing your headshot? Okay. You want to definitely keep it on the screen. It's one or the other.
Wait, I haven't changed it. So what are you guys seeing?
Now it's working. All right. So whatever you're doing, keep that setting so we can see the PowerPoint.
Wait. Okay. Do you see it now? Because I was in. Okay. That's odd. Okay. Anyway, so you just see the main screen, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So just a little bit on that end. So kind of what led me to, from my perspective, want to be part of this webinar series is talking to other small business owners and finding, hey, I'm not alone in these problems that I'm having, that I don't have the time, the resources, or know where to start with getting my existing business found on the internet. What I was doing 5 years ago is not the same ballpark anymore. It's completely changed, but I never had the time to go out and pursue it. So when I connected with Gil, it's like, oh my gosh, this is what my business has been needing, and this also gives me the launching pad to start more businesses, and that's where all of this lies. Okay, so pretty much when it all boils down to, for me at least, and I think everybody else like in our core team, is we want financial freedom. And financial freedom is just, when are you going to get out of the rat race? When are you going to stop having to trade your time for dollars and get to where you want to go in life? So the key to financial freedom is passive income. Sorry, I went quiet on just making sure you guys can still hear me. Yes, we're good to go?
You're good.
Awesome. Okay.
Awesome.
So with financial freedom, the key to that is passive income. There's only two ways to get money in your pocket. You either have to go out and trade your time for dollars, that's known as a job, or you can basically have money or assets working for you to produce income. My whole financial freedom journey, and that's what I'm blogging, is ways to create passive income. A few different examples of passive income are over to the right of the screen, and these are just a fraction of them, but there's a whole bunch of different ways to get money that you don't have to trade your time for dollars. A lot of them do require work, and you need to learn how to set them up. But once you put in that time and put in that knowledge, then your asset pretty much maintains itself. And
can you move your mouse real quick, Lauren, while you're going through your PowerPoint?
To like highlight things?
While you're going through your, go ahead and move your mouse while you're talking. That way we see the screen, because what happens is it times out, and then it moves your headshot. So you want to keep the cursor active.
Cool, thank you. Okay, perfect. So pretty much with the examples over here, we're going to be focusing on business, but when it comes down to it, the key of passive income, Robert Kiyosaki says, is when your passive income exceeds your expenses. That means you're out of the rat race. You no longer have to trade your time for dollars. As one of my friends says, pretty much the bum under the freeway has financial freedom. He doesn't have to trade his time to go to a job to get his needs met. Most of us, we all want a higher lifestyle than that, but that's the idea, where you don't have to trade your time for dollars to get your needs met. And from there, once you have those everyday needs covered, then you can begin to grow wealth. But what we're after right now is to get out of the rat race, to have our basic needs met at this stage, using your assets for that. In my case, it's my businesses, to get my everyday needs met and then focus on the bigger picture. So pretty much that's what passive income is. We're going to be focusing on this thing in business. So businesses, that is definitely my favorite of the asset classes, because I don't have to have a job. You can have a job building passive income. I don't. I want to build a system that creates the passive income for me. So this webinar is great for anybody who's interested in working for themselves and ultimately owning a business that runs itself. This webinar is perfect for existing business owners. You guys don't have to go through that setup. I know for me, it took years and years of dedication to get myself there. So for us existing business owners, whether it's a traditional brick and mortar, I have a service type business, whatever that might be, we're already set. Self-employed professionals, those can be like doctors, lawyers, things like that, that you and yourself are the professional in the business. This is ways that you can learn internet marketing to build yourself and what you're doing. Internet marketers, that's Gil's specialty, and not only is it teaching internet marketers how to do well, if you're interested in getting in the internet marketing thing, that is the easiest business that we're going to teach you how to get involved and start an internet marketing business from the ground up. Real estate investors, both Gil and myself have a background in that as well, and that's key for real estate investors to look at, hey, are you doing this as a self-employed person, or are you building a real estate investing business? That's all things that we can help you with. And then there's also professional agents, regular real estate agents, insurance agents, things like that. You're also self-employed professionals, and this can apply to you. Those are both highly competitive, so how do you brand yourself and get yourself known and stick out so people choose you for insurance or you to buy their house instead of everyone else, because there's a huge amount of competition. And at the bottom line, it's anyone who's ready to start a business or ready to fire their boss. That's what this webinar is designed for, and it's the key to it's thinking bigger, scaling things to run a business, as well as we're going to be giving you awesome tips and techniques to learn in marketing and getting yourself business coming in within your business to get you money. Okay, Gil, you want to introduce yourself, kind of your background, what you personally are thinking in terms of the businesses that you're building for yourself as well as for other people.
Sure. So let me, we'll do a couple of things real quick. Want to make sure that you guys now see my little headshot popping up here as I talk. When you do get the replay of this particular session, you will get the total notes, slides, and a separate video stream, so that it all appears there on one page. But we'll give it a second there to refresh. Once again, if you are new to our list of subscribers, welcome. Thank you for checking out our new web series. This is going to be from Monday through Friday, 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, focusing on generating an income online. Okay, so that's the overall broad thing that we're dealing with here, is how do you generate an income online? How do you make money off of the internet? Some of you are already business owners, and so you have products to sell, you have a company to promote. So now the question becomes, what are the most effective ways that you can generate online traffic, convert those leads, and ultimately increase sales and the bottom line? Now, a larger group of you that are joining us on these web series, whether live or in the form of the replays, you're just getting started here on the internet, or you're relatively new to this particular space, and that is fine, that is awesome, and I think it's perfect timing that you're seeing this, since we are going to be recreating on how I built a website and generate over 20,000 in the month just last January. Today is March 25, 2014, if in case you guys are wondering if you're in the right room and place. And so awesome, by the Lauren, killer segment, by the way. I'm checking out some of the feedback on here that's popping up, so awesome stuff. To those that already know me and are familiar with our content and group, thank you for continuing to follow along and implementing the tips and strategies that we are sharing here with you guys. As always, we always look for feedback, suggestions, comments. Let us know what you're looking for. If you have a set scenario, a business, a marketing campaign that we can evaluate. I'm a full-time real estate investor. That's how I make a living day to day, and I also generate an income here online. Have some pretty significant goals of what we can make here online. So this year is my main focus is how to build that out step by step. And I figured with all the new people wondering, hey, what's going on? When does the training start? It would be perfect that we can document this particular experience here for everybody that is just joining us. So welcome to the session. We have some people logging in here from the U.S. We have some registered from halfway around the world. So it's very cool to be able to connect with you guys in this form. All right. Now I'm going to share, some slides here on my end. Hopefully you guys will get to see it here in a second. Normally, I do like the whiteboard format, but we did some testing earlier today, and actually this was yesterday. And it looks like the PowerPoint screen share would be the best thing. So we will have our whiteboard sessions. We will have those. I know people do love that segment of what we do. We'll continue to do that. But in order to get the content up, do you guys see the little PowerPoint that I'm building out here as we go?
Cool.
You see it, Lauren? Is it popping up on your screen?
Let's see. Yes. It is.
Right.
Sorry, I was still on my screen, so I couldn't see yours.
No worries. Okay, cool. So once again, right, these are going to be daily live sessions. We're going to be covering the broad topic of how to generate income online. Some of you have products to promote, which is great. Some of you have businesses which you can promote. Now it's just a matter of digging into the nitty-gritty and applying the concepts. Some of you don't have a product or service to promote yet, and that's okay, right? That is absolutely okay, since as part of registering for this web series, you did receive a complimentary copy or membership into my monthly affiliates club, which talks about how to get started on the internet when you don't have any products or services to promote, which again, it's pretty awesome, since you don't need to have a product or service. You can simply connect the product or service, the hot trends that people are looking for, and bring together the buyer on the internet. When a sale is made, you will get credit for it in the form of an affiliate sale or an affiliate commission. All right, we went a step ahead even further, and we are sending out the top trending keywords, domains, and top searches, and some monetary info attached to it to give you an idea of what to actually promote and sell online. That way you're not wondering what in the world is going on, where do you start, because the World Wide Web is a very, very big place. It's like jumping into the middle of the ocean. Right? I tell people all the time, it's hard enough to spot a whale when you go on a whale watching tour, let alone find a pearl out in the sea. And that little pearl is that particular product or service or company that you are selling or promoting online. So we're going to show you how to find those pearls, how to get found as a business, and generate an income online here. right? So let's go ahead and continue on, right? Lauren touched on some really awesome key topics earlier. The business model that we are going to be setting up is going to generate both fresh monthly revenue, okay, as well as passive income. All right, I want to highlight that. So we'll be generating monthly revenue as well as passive income. The kind of income that whether you choose to go into work today or doing anything will come in month after month. I walked you through that as part of the registration page on what we did in the breakdown of our January performance record, right, of what we made out in January. So that's what we're going to be tackling and targeting, right? We're going to touch on both of those. And some people are wondering, how is it possible to do passive income and monthly? I'll break that down for you guys here in a second, right? So once again, these live sessions are here for you guys. It's to allow us to connect with you directly, where we can cover your questions live on the session, or have you come on to the session where we'll break down a specific scenario or marketing campaign, or even your business, right? Let's say if you're in the insurance industry, how we can build out and relate those campaigns to a specific company, product, or service that you have. If you're not quite sure what to talk about or what to promote, right, but you do have a website, you know you need to get started blogging, then a great concept to start off and build out of is your financial freedom journey. Okay, Lauren's got a killer blog on that, on how she's documenting how she's building out an internet and online income. So that might be one great place for you to start when it comes to blogging and building out your website, if you don't already have a main company or service to promote. So just giving you some good starting points, right? You'll watch over my shoulder as I rebuild everything step by step. And also we want to be able to share our best practices and our challenge and what's working today on the internet in order for us to generate massive leads, do killer sales, and at the end of the day, have the kind of business model where you can travel the world for a whole month if you wanted to. You can spend more time with your family. You can go off the grid. You can spend more time with your kids at school functions, or you can just enjoy some good old-fashioned and well-deserved me time for working really hard and working really smart. Right? And we'll also be showing you, because not all of our marketing campaigns are hits, right? Some campaigns do need some a little bit of extra love and attention, so we're going to be sharing those test campaigns, those results, and hopefully we can get into a dialogue with you guys as well, right? Some of you have been thinking about getting started on the internet, not quite sure where to start. This is a great place for you. Thank you for connecting with us. Some of you guys are already on the internet, generating some serious and some good revenue. We have contributors here that are doing, six figures in their businesses or in their internet businesses, and we'll be having them on as contributors and co-hosts for some of these sessions as well. Now, do want to throw it out there, okay? Like with any worthwhile project or venture, okay? This is not an overnight get rich quick for not doing anything type of program, okay?
Oh, darn.
Right? So you will have to do some work. I'm going to show you how you can do majority of this stuff for free. There will be some paid components to it. For example, you'll need to have website hosting, and we'll give you access to the tools and resources that we use in our day-to-day internet business, as well as some other complementary vendors that you can check out to see if it fits your business model. But if you needed to bootstrap, that's exactly what we are going to work off of, okay? That's exactly what we're going to go work off of, all right? Let me double check here if there's anything from the group. Looks like more people are jumping on board. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining us here. And check out the replay if you're just making it live on the session, okay? So far, so good. All right, so let's continue. Now, let's put pen to paper and make more sense of how we're actually going to generate an online income, right? What do we do with the monthly income? How do we generate passive income? Okay. Now, in the form of monthly income, there's a couple ways that you can make money on the internet, and I'll break that down for you here in a second, right? So in terms of monthly income, there's a couple ways that you can do that. And there's four main components to generating your online income and your online sales. Let's see here. Bullet point.
And I just want to tie in for the business owners, because when I was starting to look at, hey, how do I make this related? Basically, the internet marketers, and this is my perspective, they've found gold, and they've found the next way to basically, the internet marketers have the skill basis in order to get found and get known on Google. That's what us small business owners need desperately. And we actually have to turn to these internet marketing techniques in order to learn, yeah, maybe we don't want to become internet marketers, but you know what? What they have is gold, and that's where, as business owners, we need to learn from the internet marketing perspective and the people who are full-time internet marketers making phenomenal incomes on there. These are the ways that they're making money, and like Gil's talking about, a digital asset. You know, my company's website that we just put our services listed on, well, wouldn't it be cool to not only list our services, but be able to monetize that website? And this is where my perspective is teaming up with Gil and saying, holy moly, he's talking all about a digital asset. This is so much bigger than just having a website that's going to list your services. So that's just tying this in, is don't tune out when they're talking about internet marketing and you're, you know, a real estate agent or a real estate investor. Hey, you want to make a money on, you know, being a real estate investor? Times are changing. This is the way to be found as a real estate investor if that's what you choose. So just kind of tying that in for business owners.
Awesome. Thank you for, you know, adding that. And, you know, again, constantly have this in the back of your mind. How can you apply this to your business? How can this help generate more leads, more traffic, more conversion, more sales at the end of the day, and put some coin or money there in your pocket? That's the way to look at it, especially since these concepts will apply to any industry or niche. Now, Lauren did touch a little bit on that concept there on building these digital assets. We encourage people to take to get started on the internet or maintain their own certain web properties or digital assets and media, because you can monetize this in different ways. You don't have to spend hundreds and thousands upon dollars to optimize your website or to get onto page 1 of Google, right? There's a lot of companies out there, and some great, some not so good, okay? And it's very, it's challenging. Where do you get started? Who do you pay to do what? So we're giving you at least a look over your shoulder experience where you can directly apply this to your business and improve the bottom line. Whether you want to get found or do more sales, that's really what this is about at the end of the day. So now, as as an internet entrepreneur, okay, as a business owner, how does your website generate your monthly income or generate monthly revenue? It comes in 4 ways. Number 1, in-house products and services. So these are products and services. Let's say you're an insurance agent. Okay, so if you're in the insurance industry, then your product is insurance policies, right? That's what you're selling, that's what you're promoting. For Lauren, who is an entrepreneur that owns a children's kids party with live animal experience, right? The product or service that they are selling is a party package with animals, reptiles, and all sorts of furry little critters and friends, right? So that's the product and service that you are selling. Now, for those of you that don't have a product or service yet, or you're in product creation mode, all right, and if you just don't have one in general, the next best way is to generate revenue and an income online is affiliate offers, okay? You don't have to have a product, you don't have to have a company or a service. Find another company out there that has a good product, and for reviewing that product, for making a recommendation, for sharing a review or an article on why this restaurant or why this product and company is great, you can get compensated for that when it generates into a sale, or even just some basic information. All right. In the insurance field, they pay anywhere from a couple dollars up to $20 if you get somebody to fill in a name and an email into your website or into a web form. All right. So affiliate offers, please refer to the complimentary copy on our affiliate membership club, because it does give you a good 101 overview. And there is audio, there is ebooks, and video training in there as well, right, on what affiliate marketing is and how you can jump into this and apply it to your site. Right? Now, the next way to generate an income online on a monthly basis is in the form of advertising. You're basically renting out space, right? You're basically renting out space. It's like having a magazine, and maybe you lease out a 2-page spread to Calvin Klein, or the local Panera is fantastic, and you rent out or lease out a half-page ad. Works the same on a website, where you can lease out space on the website for a set monthly fee, and some other creative ways that you can work out as well. Now, when you're first getting started, okay, since your website has no traffic or an audience yet, we're going to show you how to build a list, build subscribers, become the local authority, okay, and generate tons of traffic. Before you do that, though, there's not much traffic or credibility you're bringing quite yet. So for those of you that do have a website, we're going to be sharing the layout that I use, which has been most effective in terms of leasing out space and website conversions for signups, right? The next method is swapping lists. Now, swapping lists is basically, a good example here is, let's say I call Lauren. Okay, she's got an interesting blog on her financial freedom journey. Everybody loves that story. Everybody does. And I think you have a fantastic story that you need to share with the world on how you are transitioning and making that great escape into real estate. So even if you didn't have a hobby, an interest, a passion, or a company to promote, just the fact that you're making the bold attempt, okay, to win, to succeed, to move yourself in a better situation, you can build a following and an audience from that. So keep that in mind. All right. So swapping lists. Let's say I see Lauren's website, and she's talking about a financial freedom journey, and I'm doing internet marketing training for websites. So we are catering to the same market, right? We've got a very similar target audience. Her content is different from mine. She's talking about real-world case scenarios on what she's doing. Today, I'm training on, for example, ways you can make money on the internet, which she doesn't have content about. So I can tell her, hey, Lauren, I'm going to email your blog article to my list so I can get some people from your list to subscribe or buy whatever offer I have on that day or week or month. And you're going to go ahead and email your list with my offer, okay, or article, so that we can continue to provide value, content, and grow our lists together. Right now, if you are just getting started out, chances are you probably only have a handful of people. I am rebuilding this thing from the ground up, starting from zero. We already have a pretty good base in the real estate niche, but this project is going to be based on zero to hero type of approach. And so I built a list. I was able to bounce back, apply some of the content and training that we talked about, and I've been able to build a list of a little bit over 2,600 in 5 days. That's 2,600 leads. What could that do for your business? What could
That's fantastic.
Right? I mean, Lauren, if you had 2,600 people sign up on your website saying, hey, we want to talk about having a children's party, how much more business would that put for you guys? Or how many months would you book, just from that much traffic or that many leads to talk to?
That's totally priceless. That's awesome. That's like, 2 years worth of parties for me.
Got it. All right. So in your case, 2 years worth of parties. If you're in the insurance field, I mean, that's a lot of policies that you can write, or at least people that you can build relationships with over time. And again, we're going to show you how to do this digitally. Lauren talked about that key concept there, making sure that you have a business and you are not a slave to the business. All right?
Yep, that's all about my financial freedom. I will not have a job.
Right. So, Lauren, did you talk a little bit about the cash flow quadrant? Not yet?
No,
or?
I haven't gotten into that yet.
Okay, perfect. So so these are 4 main components on how you can generate money via your website here on the internet. I'm going to continue to expound on this as we move forward, and I'm going to give you some set metrics. Okay, I'll take out the guesswork on what's this website supposed to be about. What are some targets? How do we understand this or put some numbers to it so it doesn't feel like a Hail Mary? close your eyes, cross your fingers, and hope something kind of happens, right? We want to give you some tangible targets and some metrics, and I'm going to expound on that concept. But before we continue, the business model we are building is an internet-based business, generating an income online. Monthly revenue, passive income. And I want Lauren to really dig deep into the cash flow quadrant so we are all on the same page. Because if you're looking for a different type of business model, I would say this might not be the right place for you. I mean, if you don't like taking vacations off for about a month or spending a whole lot